Indiana. It's the home of the Pacers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, and with me today, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And now, the New York Knicks starters. Big three, Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, and Tyson Chandler at the 3, 4, and 5. Lonnie Brewer out there with Felton. And for the Pacers, George, Granger, and West are 2 through 4. George Hill out there with Roy Hibbert.
And there's the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice tone setter out of the gate.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that Melo has never had a problem with, it's finding his own shot. And that's such a luxury to have late in games when the defense really tightens up. You can get him the ball, and he'll create something, either an open look, a drive to the hole, or get himself to the foul line.
And that isn't the end of it there either. I mean, even if you stick with Melo and get a hand in his face, a lot of times it doesn't phase him. You might as well not even bother the way he finishes with defenders in his grill. I mean, he's got excellent concentration shooting the ball.
26 seconds left here in the first quarter. Felton can't get it to go. Here's Hill. Hibbert kicks to Granger, and he lays it straight in. Granger's got his first points in this one.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
The Knicks have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
Well, guys, you go back to last season, and this is a team that hit just 74% of its free throws. I know they'd like to see that number go up.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
Both free throws good from Felton. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Three-pointer Augustine. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some point. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
We've got Danny Granger, P.J. Augustine out there with Green, and there's Ian Mahinmi, and it's Hansbrough in at the power forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Augustine with the steal.
And a chance to go for the 2 for 1.
Well, my goodness.
What a huge play.
I can't imagine that we'll see one better than that tonight.
I'm with you on that, aren't you, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I'd be shocked if we saw something more entertaining than that one.
The sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. Anthony, Ranger covering. Here's Anthony, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
He kicks it to Mahinmi. He feeds it to Green. Indiana moving it around. And Hansbrough kicks to Augustine. And now the Knicks on the break. Smith's running. Offensive rebound. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Well, not a popular call, as you can hear in the background.
Not at all. Unanimous disapproval of that whistle.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Pacers out in front, up by 5.
7.
And coming up after the break.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hey, everybody.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first one. Third quarter starting here now. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Knicks. At the 3, 4, and 5, we've got Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, and Tyson Chandler. Lonnie Brewer out there with Felton.
There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
Hill dishes to Hibbert. There's the dish to West. And the shot is good.
And no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
Knicks trailed by 5. It's Ronnie Brewer on the wing. Offside jammer. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And that shot sucked the life out of the whole building.
Oh, that was a big one, Clark. You can hear it.
Yeah, that was a gut punch right there. These fans, oh, man, they're struggling.
George passes to Hibbert. Open look. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. Felton with the ball. Outside Anthony. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively. Welcome back. It's time for the fourth quarter and time to check in with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke, to find out who had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
No doubt, for the Pacers, it's been an uncontainable game for their shooting guard off the bench. Not many players can come off the bench and change a game the way he has done through the first 3 quarters. He's been the definition of a 6th man here.
Thanks, Doris. And you love to see that kind of effort from your starters. And here, we've seen that same sort of lift, guys, from the bench.
Yeah, man, I thought he was really a catalyst for them, Kevin. He got them going right away when he got in.
Instant envy is what he gave them, Steve, and you're exactly right. I thought he was their spark plug. The more performances like this that he continues to have, then obviously his minutes are going to increase as well.
DJ Augustine out there with George Hill. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then there's Tyler Hansbrough. And it's George in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
David West, he's checked in for the Pacers. Granger comes in for DJ Augustine. And now we've got the intentional foul.
2 shots.
First free throw missing for him. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Felton. Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul.
George Hill. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Boy, he showed a very steady hand in converting those 2 free throws, and now their lead is that much more secure.
Here's Anthony. The second chance effort. Buries it.
And we see him get so many points that way because the effort is there constantly on the offensive glass.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Roy Hibbert.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off that time. Second free throw missing. Puts up a prayer. It's off. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with